actually work now. Oh, there we go. I'm running on about a little under 3 hours of sleep. Last night the cadets rolled into town at about 3 a.m. I'm working at the school that's hosting them, so I got to greet them. Now it's 7:46. I'm off to find coffee. It's going to be a good day though. It's filled with lots of drum corps. Lots and lots of drum corps. Probably end up watching the cadets a bunch today. I'd like to hopefully get down and see my Cascades. For those of you who don't know what drum corps is, it's kind of like marching band, but there's no pussies, and it's like, think of marching band on steroids. That's the simplest way I can think of to describe it. I marched in the Cascades in 2007 through 2009, so they are somewhat my alma mater, often in more ways than my high school could ever be. Easily my favorite corps on the field. So yeah, I really hope I get to go see them rehearse today. If not, then I definitely will see them at the show tonight, which is going to be a hoot. So yeah, the weather is perfect outside. It's a little cold, but there's no clouds. It's going to be a good day, and red light. Alright. Have you got the gas? Oh, coffee. How convenient. Stupid son! Not awake yet. Go away. Okay, so since this morning the corps woken up and we tried to get them hot water, but nothing's happening yet, so we're just kind of waiting and seeing. So now we're going to watch some rehearsal while they do their thing, and hopefully when we're done here, the water will be hot. Alright, time to go check and see if there's any hot water yet. Keep your fingers crossed. Alright, so showers are still ice cold, but we think we found a solution, so I'm gonna go check and see if the showers are actually getting warm or not. Whoever designed the water heating system for this school Not my friend. I'd really love to watch some drum corps today rather than work on hot water. Sunday, July 3rd. Thank you for time traveling with me this morning. Yesterday was a very long day, very fun day, very, very long day. We did end up getting the showers hot eventually after trying like 14 million different heating units. But yeah, after that it was just a really fun day for drum corps. I got to watch the cadets rehearse their closer, which is, I can't even describe it. It's just awesome. Later on, we went down the hill to Sumner High School where the Cascades were staying, and I got to see a visual rehearsal down there. Things were really cooking along. I was really excited to see them later on that night. And the show that night was absolutely phenomenal. Oregon Crusaders came on first, and usually the first one on is not the best, but Oregon Crusaders really surprised me. They came out with a pretty good show and an amazing sound. I've never heard them like that before, ever. Spokane Thunder and Revolution were also there. They had some pretty good stuff. Spokane Thunder was easily the smallest there, but I was actually liking their sound. It was, for a group that small to be that well balanced, is pretty good. I commended their only 3 tuba players for sounding like 5 or 6. Revolution, probably the highlight of that for me was their drum line was very, very clean, very good drum line. Just to see that level of performance from a corps that's never really caught my eye before is a very pleasant surprise. After that, Cascades came on, and I lost my voice screaming so much. I don't know what the Cascades have done, but they are a completely different corps from what they were before. They're loud, which sounds kind of shallow if that's the only reason I'm happy, but the Cascades have never really had a presence on the field nearly as much as the other corps that they compete with, but last night was a completely different story. They were I don't know, they played loud and then they continued to play louder, and it was awesome. And visually, the corps was the best I've ever seen it this early in the season. Last night was only their second show of the season, and it looked like they were halfway through their tour. I am really excited to see where they decide to take this. After that Blue Knights came on, they have been playing some pretty dark shows for a number of years. And this year they decided to play something a little lighter, a little happier. And I think loud is the theme this year because they were loud. And it was really good. The show's concept didn't really grab me as much as some of their other shows do, but it was still really exciting. Again, very, very clean for this early in the season. I was thoroughly impressed. And last but not least, my new best friends, the Cadets, and their Angels and Demons show. Oh my god. If you're a cadet and you're watching this, I mean no offense, but I've never, ever, ever, ever been excited for a cadet show. Ever. When the Cadets come on my DVD, I usually just skip them. Their shows have never grabbed me. They play well, they march extraordinarily well, but the shows have just never been remotely interesting for me. Last night was a very different story, however. I was completely blown away. The show grabbed you and it held on, and it just kept going. Never thought I'd say this, but I am really hoping the Cadets take the title this year. I really am. But yeah, that was my day in a nutshell yesterday, and today is a new day, and I'm slightly less dead than I was yesterday morning. Fortunately, the Cadets won't be here much longer. They've got a 4th of July thing to do up north. But we're gonna go watch them rehearse this morning.